Okay, so welcome back to another episode of Restaurant Remake. So today what I am going to be making is going to be the Char Siu. The key ingredient, the Char Siu sauce. Second key ingredient, the Shaohsing wine. This is the Shaohsing cooking wine. This is primarily to marinate the Char Siu. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so I have 4 pounds of Char Siu here, this portion of the meat. And there is, in this case, it's actually pretty large, right? So I am gonna try to cut this probably into 3 vertically. And then we're gonna go ahead and marinate this. We're gonna marinate it with the Shaohsing wine. After cutting it into 3 pieces, I am going to marinate this with the Shaohsing wine, a Chinese cooking wine. So you can actually get this in one of those Asian markets. I'm gonna pour the whole bottle in. Basically, I use 1/3 of it of the bottle already, so 2/3 of the bottle into it. And it's gonna kind of submerge into, right? So the meat will submerge into the cooking wine. And I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of sugar in. Okay, I'm gonna cover this up. And we're gonna refrigerate it for 24 hours. It doesn't have to be exactly 24 hours, okay? So just overnight, really. And then when you cook it for dinner. All right, so I'm just gonna shake the box a little bit, the container, so then the sugar just kind of melted in there. So the Char Siu is actually very easy to make, okay? And I encourage you to try this at home. Okay, so after marinating this for 24 hours, let's take a look at how it looks like after putting the Shaohsing cooking wine with some sugar, white sugar. And definitely it smells like the Shaohsing cooking wine, so that's pretty good. Okay, so what I wanted to do here is to actually get a bowl. And we are going to take these out. And the second step is really just take these out and you are going to put the Char Siu sauce. And then we're going to bake this. Okay, so I'm gonna be prepping the tray that I'll be using to bake the Char Siu with. And I have one of these racks that I'm going to put on top of it. So I'm going to cover it with foil first. So it's just easier for me to clean up, so less hassle. Okay, so now I'm going to marinate the Char Siu using the Char Siu barbecue sauce. Okay. And since I have 3 pieces, I'm just gonna scoop in 3 tablespoons. Okay, so you just wanna make sure each piece is covered sufficiently. And you might wanna add a little bit more because I do have 3 giant pieces here. I might actually add a little bit more. Okay, so we're ready to put this into the oven and we're gonna put it for 375 degrees. I'm gonna put it for about 30 to 45 minutes first, and I'm gonna come back and check on it, and then I will brush on another layer of the Char Siu sauce. Okay, so it's 30 minutes now into the oven, and I want to brush in some of the Char Siu sauce again. So then, just to rehydrate the meat here. So then at the end it will be a very nice glaze on top. So basically you don't want the meat to be dried up here. So let's brush on some sauce here. And it looks really good already. So look at the color. It's definitely getting there. I'm gonna come back and check on this again. Okay, so we cooked it for an hour and 15 minutes. So I cooked it first of all 30 minutes in, and then I put on more Char Siu sauce, and then cooked it for another 45 minutes. And here's the end result. So now we're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna cut the Char Siu. So when you purchase the Char Siu from the supermarket, it's actually the Chinese supermarket, it's actually very cut thinly. So I like to cut it thick. When you eat each bite, it's just like you can taste the awesomeness. So usually the end piece do have some burns, and that's perfectly fine, and that's how it should look like. And look at how nice this piece is. So let's continue to cut this up. And we're gonna plate it. And Shannon and I will enjoy this. And this is one of our favorite. Definitely, you can see we usually cook a little bit more. So then there's plenty of leftovers, and it's always good. It's one of these grab-to-go dinner. Once you cook it, and you can have these set up as a grab-to-go dinner, and you just need to make your vegetables, and that's it. Okay, so the recipe can be found in the description box below. So check out the recipe and try it out on your own. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.